There was nobody ever here on this property. There was no fence back here, no gardens, it was all open. So kids could come over here and play on the playground, okay, from anywhere. Well, I was out walking my dog, and there was two boys, I guess they were probably their age, right there. And believe it or not, those kids were dressed in gang paraphernalia type clothes. You know what that is? Have you ever seen on TV?
Yeah.
Baggy pants, hat,
necklaces.
you know, and they were acting that kind, but they were swinging like normal kids, okay? Well, I was walking, I started talking to them, and they seemed like nice kids. I think they were just trying to be wannabes. You know what the wannabe? Somebody that wants to be something that they're really not. Okay? But anyway, I started talking to them, and they loved my dog, and I told them, I said, well, you know, you're always welcome to come over and join our church. We have kids programs, and back then we did have Sabbath that were bigger than what we have now. But anyway, so I invited them, but they didn't come. But I walked around with my dog right at the same time, and I asked them, I asked the Lord, what can I do to get to know these kids and to get them involved in something different than what they're seeing on TV and dressing like? I said, what can I do? Well, as I was walking around, the Lord lit up my head. Pathfinders, a great way to invite people. Because you know, when I was over in Bangladesh, I went to visit the Pathfinder clubs over there. We have clubs all over the world in that east. And you don't have to be a Seventh-day Adventist to be a Pathfinder, okay? We're hoping it will lead you them. But anyway, that was my hope. I thought, I'm hoping I can get a Pathfinder club started. So I went to the principal with Mr. Cripps at the time. I says, what do you think about starting a Pathfinder club? He says, I think that's a great idea because he used to be a Pathfinder too. So I took it to the church board and they said, we'd love to have that. So they voted me in to be the Pathfinder leader. So that's what I did. I ended up with, I think 5 kids. This was before actually New Jay. I had about 5 kids, and I had another fellow named James Goslin who decided he wanted to help me because he had been a Pathfinder years before. And so we started our club, and we had our first meetings were held in that pastor's office, which used to be one big room and called the fireside room. We started over there. We built airplanes, model airplanes, and things like that. Well, anyway, so that's how our club. And then we decided we wanted to order T-shirts. They already had ordered their uniforms and with the uniforms. We wanted to order T-shirts, and we talked about also we wanted to pick a name for our club. And they looked at the club, the T-shirts, and they said, well, they're gold. Why don't we call our club the Miners? Because we'll be gold miners for gold. And I said, well, we don't really have any gold mines here in Simi Valley. They said, that's okay. We can go out and mine for God's precious jewels in Simi Valley. So that's how we adopted the name and the color for our club. And that was our motto, to go out and find other people like these young boys. I never was able to connect with those boys again. We went out and passed out brochures to the neighborhoods, and we still do that, and you guys can do that too. You can pass out brochures, neighbors here to get more people, and possibly you'll find some new people. But by the time I retired, what a year, and then I met Jay. He was building a VBS set with another guy, and I started helping him, and I asked him, I says, would you like to be a Pathfinder leader? He says, no, I don't have time for that. I'm busy, I don't have time.
Okay, all right.
No, wait.
All right, get the record straight.
Well, anyway, he did. He told me he didn't have time because he was already busy.
Yeah.
And so one day I was washing dishes and he came up and he stayed
Well,
in the pot.
okay, so, Pastor Chuck and Kathy,
Kathy came up to me and said, Jay, what are you so busy doing to help kids? I couldn't answer that question. You women have a way of convincing us guys to do things that we know is right in the first place. Thanks to Kathy, I said, I can't come up with a good one. She said, then you're in Pathfinder. I walked up to Sue and I said, I think we're at like potluck. I said, I'm in Pathfinders. I'll do it.
And here he is today.
And here I am today.
You've been a great leader.
Where's your yellow shirt, man?
I'm
You
wearing
know
it.
what? It's my birthday. I wanted to wear pink today.
And happy birthday!
No, but you know, it's been a great road. It's been a great road. I knew a little bit about it before I started, but not much. And she has taught me so much. And the kids have even taught me more. Rocio
Came aboard.
came aboard.
Mrs.
Luce.
Luce over there.
Luce
Johnny's
Luce
mom
called
came
Luce.
ahead and
What's-
helped.
Vasquez. Okay.
Vasquez.
So Luce
Okay,
Vasquez
Vasquez. Okay.
came and helped out, and then we had Lisa Hess.
We had all kinds of people
We had all
come
kinds
from
of
that
people,
time on.
and the place, it just grew. It grew to, and I
We
think I've
had
shown you guys
30
pictures.
kids.
Yes.
Yeah, we grew up with 30 kids. I was counting back there. For the first day of your back to Pathfinder, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a good amount to start with, because I started with 5. And I know Simone, she's gone out on some camping with us, and we have a great time camp. How many of you like to camp? How many of you like to hike? How many of you like to build things and do things? That's what they're gonna teach you. Unfortunately, Mr. Johnson and I have retired.
I told her in the very
He
beginning,
got tired of the tents leaking on his head.
Yeah, I told her, I says, you know, this rain thing with the tents leaking, and I have to wring out my sleeping bag, I mean, I don't like this. I don't like this camping thing.
But he went to everyone after that.
So,
Camp out he went, it rained.
it did. There was one time, I'm not kidding you, there was one time that I was with James, on one side of the tent, and I was on the other side of the tent. And he goes, you choose the side you want. I go, I'll take this side. And it rained that night. He slept like a baby. It poured on my side. For some reason, it did not leak on his side. I think it was, somebody was trying to tell me something.
Well, you know what? What do you think what the Lord was trying to tell him? To get a new tent? Can you think of a real good reason? Through thick and thin, we're going to be there for those kids, right? No matter the rain, shine. And I'll tell you, we went to 2 Oshkosh International Capillaries, and it poured on us both times.
Yep.
But it was the greatest time in our lives, actually, because we learned from it. But then he asked me to retire after that.
I'm going to tell you,
Huh? Yes.
your sister was there. I'm going to tell you
Your brother
something.
too.
There was one time we were at Oshkosh, and we were getting ready, and I'll never forget this. I was sitting here, I know, we don't have much time. Roger was sitting here, and they said to us, there is a storm coming in. We're not sure if we're going to, have to play. And we see these clouds coming over. I look at Roger, I go, Roger, and he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, isn't that awesome? And I thought to myself,
And the kids
is he crazy?
sitting out in front.
But you know what? Back there, it's a warm rain. You get wet during the summer. It's like, oh, this is pretty cool.
The
So-
kids